What's good? What's popping? Jake Paulers. What's up? Welcome back. So this week we're taking a look at recreating Instagram photos. Went through my feed, saved a bunch that I thought were cool. Basically, it's like the TikTok video, except this time it's Instagram. So, sue me. But yeah, I found a bunch that I thought were cool, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna go take a look, analyze them. I'm gonna explain how I think they recreated these photos, and then we're gonna try and recreate them ourselves, and see where we get with that. I thought the last one with TikTok, the newspaper one, is pretty cool. So I think there's a couple in here like that. There's also a couple where I think I might have to learn a couple new editing techniques. So we'll see where we go. But I think it's gonna be fun. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Alright, so the first one we have here, it looks like there's an iPhone of some sort. I don't know which model, but it does look like an iPhone. They put it on a table, and they have like a bunch of lights in the background. I think it's just one light in the bokeh. It makes it look like there's a bunch of different ones. But that's one of the effects of bokeh, which is it's pretty sick. I do have a 25mm prime lens that I can use to kind of achieve this effect. It's not very good, but I'm gonna try and do my best. And as for the background, I have a black card table in my room. I think I'm gonna try and recreate this photo using those two elements and the light I got right here. So yeah, let's go give it a shot. Bruh, my hair is like actually stupid. I can't use the black card table I told you about because it's in use upstairs for my it's like an enlarged laptop stand. Basically what I'm gonna do is I found these here. I'll show you. I found we do have we do play ping pong in this household. So we do have two ping pong tables that you can pull out if you desire to play ping pong, and this is what they look like. Don't mind that. We're not going to talk about that. Basically, I was thinking of pulling these out. It's a little dark, but I was thinking of pulling these out back into my room, setting them up, and then what we're gonna do is basically we're gonna set them up, have my light here, this one, set up a little ways behind, so probably the table will go right here. Ignore that's the chair from the last video, by the way. You can check out the last video in the card in the top right. And anyway, we're gonna set the table in the center here, and then probably put my light behind over there, and that way we can shoot from an angle and hopefully get that bokeh effect. So let's do it.
Promise I knew I could do it. Solve all my problems, I'm good at solutions. I want it all, not just a little bit. I know that my money's starting percentages.
Alright, we're back. We have all the necessary items here. We have my lens. we have the lens I'm going to be using. We're going to try and use this old phone that we have. Just I found lying around. I'm going to try and use this first and see what it looks like. And of course, we're going to be shooting with my Lumix G85 camera. And so this lens, I got this off Amazon for like 150 bucks. It's a low aperture lens, f1.7, and I believe the focal length, yeah, 25. Where is that at? 25 millimeters. And we also have like a little cover on the front of it. This is actually not. The lens is not terrible. The autofocus though is pretty awful. So I usually use manual focus most of the time. But I'm going to go ahead and get this all set up. I'm going to try and get time-lapse going for all of this. Time-lapse through the edit, and we'll see what these look like. And if the time-lapse will be cut short, just because if this doesn't end up looking as good as the iPhone, then you'll be seeing the iPhone in the edits. So let's go ahead and get started, and I'll see you in the next photo hack. Dude, I still don't know what these are called. Alright, hope you enjoyed that little montage sequence. It's day 2 now. As you can tell, my attention span is... Let me tell you something. It lasts very long. My phone just went off. Yeah, I got sidetracked doing some other things after I got done with the first one. But needless to say, we have 2 more to go through. This next one is relatively simple. It's a picture of an eye. Because, you know... We gotta get that aesthetic. Am I right, Visco girls? Am I right? I know I'm right. It should be pretty simple. It's literally it's probably just gonna be me up against the wall or something, and I'll try and position the camera in a way so that it catches this part. The iris, is that right? The iris, yes, the iris. And then literally all I need is to put this light like right in front of my face or behind it, and we'll see where we go from there. And so now it should look like this. You like that? I did the quirky hand snap thing. I make videos. So this is the setup we got going on here. I have no money, so this is literally, I have this light bar, which I have 2 of these that I used to film my videos with. These are like $15 each at Home Depot. The only really expensive thing is obviously my camera and this light. This light is like $60 off Amazon, but it's super useful, so I recommend it. Basically what's gonna happen is I'm literally just gonna kneel on this little futon thingy, and you'll see how close the view. I maxed out the zoom. I think the max is like, the focal length is 60 millimeters. I think it's millimeters. I hope I'm not saying that wrong. And if you can see, hello, there it is. That's my eye, bruh. And I have the blue, the cyan light that I use as well, or the cyan color on, because I think it highlights. My eyes are blue as well, so I don't think it takes away from the fact that my eyes are blue, but I might try a different color, like orange or like a warmer color to contrast the two, and we'll see where we'll get with that. But for now, let's take some pictures.
Big dough, what you need? I got love all across the map now. What the party do, baby? I'm tryna map out. All I know is I had to take the band route. Big dope, this bitch had to tap out. Ooh, you know I had to run up on the bros, that's a bad move. Money over bitch, now she think I'm a bad dude. How sad, oh yeah. 111 shit, that's why I stay. And this bitch is really a lot of hate. Don't care as long as getting paid. Could give a fuck what they say. I had to get to the back, then I lane switch. Stop talking like you wish you ain't gang, bitch. She a thought, damn, she's so faithless. Big West, no, bitch, you can't face this. Just took another hit, now I'm faded. 2 to 3, so his head met his brain.
So that's the eye photo. I hope you enjoyed. I actually, believe it or not, I ran into a couple of issues, and I realized this as I was taking the pictures over there. My lens, I only have 2 lenses for my camera. One of them is the kit lens, the lens that came with the camera, which is the one I'm filming with right now, and that I took the pictures with, and the other one is the one that you saw earlier in the video. This one only goes, the focal length only goes from 12 to 60 millimeters. So I'm assuming the picture that I showed in this in the clip before, I'm assuming they used a lens with a much longer focal length because I had to crop in the pictures because this part of my like face is able to be seen, whereas in these pictures you can't see it. Either they used a really good camera and they cropped it in a whole bunch, or they just have either a better lens with a longer focal length or just a longer focal length. So after you hear me mutter focal length several times, let's take a look at the final photo. I thought this is pretty cool. It involves text again, like we did the newspaper shoot last video, but I thought this is pretty cool. I've seen it a couple times before where they fold the page up like this. I've never actually done it, so I kind of want to see what it looks like. I got a couple like magazines and stuff lying around, so I'm gonna go ahead and take those. And we're gonna use those, and we're gonna see what this looks like. Okay, dude, look at this. We got Handmade Christmas. Look at this by Martha Stewart. Dude, you guys want to make some food? When was this published? Let me just see. 1995. Nice. Already 20 years ago. What about this one? Oh, 1992. You guys want a sick Buick? You guys want a Toyota Cressida? I don't even know what that is. So I'm planning simply on just recreating the photo. So just taking one of these, folding the pages like this, and then that's pretty much it. I got several different ones just because I want to see what different graphics look like, and not just text. And I'm planning on switching things up, making things a little bit interesting with this watch that I got on my trip in Switzerland a couple years ago. You can also check that video out. It's not as good as I wanted it to be, but it's all right. So yeah, I got this beautiful watch, and of course I got this fake off-white belt I use all the time just because I think it looks cool. I literally got it from off Amazon for like $5, I think is what it was. It's just a placeholder to hold my camera. My camera's got little belt straps on there, just so I don't have to hold it when I'm out somewhere. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get to work, and I'll show you guys the results in a couple of seconds. As you can probably tell from that time lapse, I kind of immediately abandoned the folding the pages idea. One, I don't have things down here that are wider, like the pages are not wide enough to accommodate my lens and some of the things I wanted to do. So I just opted for using the same newspaper that we used in the last video. And two, some of the pages that were in some of these magazines, they have too much, like there's too much imagery going on, there's too many colors, and I wanted strictly kind of to be white and black with like all the words and things. So what I did instead was I just kind of I did kind of a couple different things. I folded the newspaper and see what that got me, and I also just took a couple photos with this as a backdrop to see what that would look like, and I think they're going to turn out pretty good. So let's go ahead and see if I did a good job, and let's check out the edit.
Shawty so bad, I pull up on my worst days. I can never mistake, I under from a mercy. Telling me to pull her, now she don't know why her legs shake. SB's looking clean in the Jeep, goddamn. Big chain, deep freeze, palm trees, goddamn. I've been doing better than you think. Yeah, everything is better than it seems, goddamn. Better than it seems, God. Better than it seems, goddamn. Yeah. Ooh. I don't got no time for nothing nice. I only hit your phone at the dead of night. Get a little bag and a fair.
All right, so those were the edits. I thought they actually looked pretty good. Some of the ideas that I've been seeing on Instagram, people are really creative. A lot of the ideas that I see, I think I'm gonna copy them, and then I just kind of end up doing my own thing because I don't have what half these people have just lying around their house. So I hope they look good. I think they do. And with that, I'm going to be ending today's video. And I think if you guys do want a Lightroom tutorial, I'll probably do that for next week's video or the week after. We do have a shoot coming up with one of my brother's friends. He's got a WRX car, Subaru, and we really want to film that because it's sick, and we want to get a cool video out of that, and maybe we can put it in part of the season 3 trailer. That's one thing we got coming up. The other thing we got coming up is we have the Kuro shoot, the Afraid of the Dark music video. That's coming up next week as well. So I'm gonna be pretty busy, and hopefully these videos turn out to be pretty good. I'm gonna be working hard for it. So thank you guys so much for watching, and stay tuned for next week's video, and like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff, and because it really helps me out on the channel. And I'll see you guys later. Peace.